for too long. Otherwise, we risk ourselves to immediate invasion by the SRI or to the Commune or Britain, any of the international powers. They're all a potential threat. I don't know if these guys have done our place in the world quite yet. Okay, we see that the Australians have landed. They've actually taken Washington, which is a port province. So they'll at least have some supplies there. But Washington, as far as I know, is not a core of CSA. No, it is not. They've landed their troops up here, which is just more Australian men. Like, this is what I was talking about, right? The Entente already lost 100,000 men trying to kill the CSA. Like, it's really bad. Mobile army. You guys have now lost Toronto. Let's go to Quebec City for right now. We've got a decent army here. Capture Baltimore. You're moving your way up into Philadelphia. I mean, you also lost Toronto to the CSA, which is like not wonderful news. And I'm wondering what even makes more sense. Okay, you've landed in Boston. We got a French land in Boston. We got troops in Washington. I think we need to push them out. We need to take Detroit. We need to take Chicago. And apparently Gary. You can take Gary on the way there. Yeah, but these two units don't deploy them yet. We don't really have motorized infantry. No, we want tanks being better. Do the Canadians have... Okay, they actually just transferred the land to the Canadians. Oh, we actually already in Canada. Okay, excellent. So delete this line. Move our troops here. Again, our infantry are 40 combat width. The tanks right now are 20. I would like to put them up to maybe 40 in the future. If we get the manpower and we get the guns to do so, we already have 1.1 thousand. But we'll see. Again, we'll see where we are when the war begins. I'm hoping... Oh, they've already lost both their ports. Australia. Australia, Australia, Australia. I swear to God. It's like the easiest thing in the world is like, hey, just like defend the port for like 5 seconds. All you gotta do. Give me the research speed, by the way. Well, actually, by the way, do I have an air force? No. I have some boats, but that's it. Boats, as far as I know, are not an air force. Make our line a little bit. Around Toronto for the time being. Push our way into Toronto. And we want to be going... Buffalo is also worth 20 victory points. You think Buffalo take Detroit? Greece to join the Entente? Okay, excellent. A Greek Entente will fight the Bulgarians. Yeah, these tanks are doing pretty well for themselves. Which is what we were really wanting them to do. Move our way into Buffalo. I'm going to send you over here. Hold your position. Thank you, Lester Holster, for the follow. We've almost taken back Southern Ontario. New England has mostly fallen to the Entente, which is nice. Australia is still doing hot garbage, but that's okay. Give me the tank tech. Again, Buffalo's worth a lot. Take Buffalo, Philadelphia, New York City. Again, also very important cities as well. One. Stop attacking me in a moment. Okay, so move our tanks this way. Basically, we're going to take this line, shrink it down. This infantry is just defending Buffalo. Just so we can keep that area under our control. We're at 98%, damn. Oh no, Buffalo's not even... It's not even a core state of theirs. You actually don't care about Buffalo. We'll keep it for now. Okay. Relative of Sardinia is married the daughter of Franz Ferdinand. I'll invest in political power. And you know what? This actually might be a good time to do one of these things. A little bit of stability. I will actually take it. Take the stability. Send in the army. A little bit of stability, please, and thank you. And more factory output. Always better. So it's to Philadelphia. So this is, I guess, because this used to be MacArthur's territory, right? And they haven't had time to core it. But I mean, our tanks are doing very, very well. We're securing our position in Buffalo, even though it's not that great, because it doesn't actually give us any victory points. We'll still hold on to the city. These CSA troops are now encircled. Uruguay is gone for the Montevideo Treaty. They're actually a member of the French research faction. Interestingly enough. Bring this infantry down south. Actually, can we get this tank to maybe get an encirclement? See if maybe we can actually encircle Detroit. We've got an insurrection in Ottoman Empire. Our way up towards you. You support in this assault. Yeah, because you're basically dead. Yeah, please go back to here. Yeah, kill that unit off. All of you support the attack in Detroit. Detroit should fall in but a moment's notice. The fall of Detroit, we've gotten the CSA down a little bit more, up to 82% now. We have enough artillery, so upgrading them is completely okay. I'm guessing, did they get advanced mod units in Detroit, like, the moment we took it over? I think so. That's at least my best guess for what's happened here. And honestly, you, I think, can leave Buffalo. Make your way with the rest of the Sardinian army. We should be getting decent experience with these guys, so that's actually probably the best thing we have in our intervention in America, is this experience we're going to be gaining. About Bangor. You've landed troops up here. Like, what are they going to do? The answer is basically nothing. Deploy your other infantry over here that's a little bit faster, though. Please and thank you. Okay, so St. Louis has fallen. That was also a colony state, unfortunately. I'm trying to think, like, where can we maybe try to cut off some units? And this would be a nice kill. That would be a nice kill. Greece is completely abandoned. Like, how much was 14 to 24? I'm hoping Greece, because of the American Civil War, does not get completely freaking demolished by Bulgaria, which I think is going to happen. Can you pierce my armor? No. Cannot, at least at the moment, pierce my armor. I don't think they really have any anti-tank guns that can really Put a dent in it. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and New York City. We do need to take New York City. But we have now lost 188,000 men in this war. I think we've actually lost more than the CSA and the American Union State, which is embarrassing. We've lost about 1,000 men. I'm, you know, taking my engagements much more carefully than the AI is. Probably get this guy out of here. Now let's see if we can actually get an overrun. One nice thing about tanks is getting those overrun modifiers. We didn't quite get there, but we were close. But soon Michigan will be ours. Keep up the pressure and let's at least secure this position. Like, if I just had, you know, more units, that would be nice. How many tanks have we got? We have 41 tanks in storage. We can still only have up to 6 units, unfortunately. It would be nice to have, say, like 1 or 2 more tanks would be awesome. But unfortunately, can't do that. At least not right yet. Okay, let's go for the Royal Legion. Motorized defense, division speed. Definitely will take all those modifiers. Get our infantry down south. I think I honestly usually underrate tanks. I don't know why I do, because you think tanks would be good, and they are good. But almost every playthrough, I just don't build enough tanks. And they're good units. That's the crazy part, right? Is that they're good at what they do, and yet I don't do what they do. You're doing a Cairo Pact. Finest Hour. Rebellion in Cyprus. Down to still 87. I'm guessing most of our losses probably been from failed naval invasion. That's usually what they're from. This province should fall to our tank in a moment. We want to be getting our way towards Chicago. Looks like at least Michigan has been secured. I mean, not the northern part, but the northern part's not really even part of Michigan. Let's be honest. It's really part of Wisconsin. Forces have landed where they need to be. Cleveland's pretty close. We want to be making our way towards Cleveland as well at some point. But we also need infantry support. We got really good breakthrough on these troops. And it's like, manpower, we cap at 5%, we're already on 5%. Honestly, I'm going to go to service by requirement. I don't like to do it. We kind of have to. Given our horrible manpower situation being a stupid little island. Kind of don't have much choice in the matter, at least not right now. Okay, I'm going to focus my efforts on pushing our way towards Chicago. Hopefully the French can secure this position. Buffalo seems like it's still doing fine. I don't know why they're not pushing into here, because they don't have the supplies really necessary to maintain a decent fight. Okay, all of our tanks are in position. Use our infantry and our 3 tanks. Push our way into Gary, Indiana. 2 tanks fall into this. You also are going to move your way into Chicago. Chicago, of course, will be a massive defeat. We also have no oil. Whoops. Venezuela, we have no factories. So you need to import 1 less steel, unfortunately. And get 1 oil. Daily gain 42. Thing is, like, the tanks, they use a lot of oil. That's also one problem we have with a tank army at Sardinia. That we don't really have we don't have any really oil provinces. Okay, this tank I want supporting the assaults into Chicago. Peru's joined the Argentinian faction. Doesn't mean Argentina's not going to join up with either the Entente or the Reichspakt, but that's okay. As long as you're not, as long as you're not pro-Paris, you're okay on my books. Okay, I do want some submarine bonuses as well. Submarines are the best ships. At least as far as I'm concerned, they're the best ships. And it's now February of 39. Again, we're getting close to where I said I wanted to kind of make my own deadline. But, like, we're making progress. That's a problem, huh? What if we move our units here, right? We're gonna move our forces to this side. We're gonna abandon Gary, Indiana. I mean, there's actually some French forces. Let's actually keep our position until the French arrive. There we go. We're gonna push our way towards Cleveland and then up towards Buffalo and kind of unify our lines as best we can. Like, unify these areas here. And maybe we can even push our way to Rochester and connect that with your Ottawa here. Get our tanks over here as fast as possible. .41, 42, 63. Send those tanks immediately into Cleveland. I'm not researching anything because I'm bad at this game. We need better fuel for sure. Go for research. It's a little expensive, but I think it's still okay. And we'll go for 38 infantry equipment. Cleveland's now under our control. And we see that the SRI is making moves. They're now attacking the Legionnaire Italy. It does give them a border directly with Austria. So in the future, that could theoretically actually provide a little bit of a bonus. Infantry into Cleveland should have the defense they need to kind of maintain their position. Have some French forces moving their way around here. Way up, immediately send the tanks here. Yeah, connect our corridor here, surround all of Lake Erie. And we now see a united Austro-Hungary. Exactly what we want to see. And we're close to Pittsburgh as well. And the CSA now down to 79. We need Chicago, but we also need Pittsburgh. We also need Philadelphia. We also need New York City. A lot of areas that we do need. Actually, wait, no. Philadelphia is not core. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. Let's see. How many tanks? We have 197 tanks in storage. We've got 2.6 thousand rifles in storage as well. You should more or less hold your ground. We actually can march straight into Pittsburgh from here. Pittsburgh is a core. And I'd like more French forces to come over here, but you know what we got right now is okay. There we can see some French troops moving around. I would like to kill you. Allows our line here to be a little bit safer. Yeah, but I think we should get this cleared up. I might actually send a tank up here. Okay, it looks like the Entente's finally realizing, hey, maybe we should do something about this. So that's good. You know, better late than never, I suppose. I actually want you to come over here. You stay in the defensive position that you're in. And it's now April of... I guess I could theoretically just not join up in the second Reveal Creek. There's nothing actually forcing me to do so. Reform the Navy. What I don't need to reform the Navy. What I need is some freaking oil. Construction, division train time. Yeah, none of you are that good. So I guess we'll go for some naval bonuses. Eh. That doesn't sound to me shrugging as a yeah. Like, don't question it too much, okay? Okay, fuel gain per oil. I think we need to actually build these refineries. If you want this to work out in our favor, we need to get these refineries going. Had a little bit of support for the Canadians here.